fabulous men's singles final, even though it wasn't the result that the home fans wanted. But it's always a pleasure to watch those two great players playing one another, Lin Dan and Lee Chong-wei. Next up is women's doubles, and it's two unseeded combinations, Yuki Fukushima and Sayaka Hirota, in a first ever Super Series tournament final up against the winners of the French Super Series 2 years ago, Huang Yaqiong and Tang Jinhua. Then we finish with men's doubles, and it is a chance for Sheng Shu-wei to become only the second male player in history to win the doubles double, but they're up against the pair that are going to go back to world number ones next Thursday. Well, when we look at the draw in the women's doubles, only 4 different nations at quarter-final stage, 4 Chinese pairs, 2 Japanese pairs, and then we had 2 Japanese pairs through to the semi-finals, and they played against each other in the top half of the draw, and that was a big surprise because the Olympic champions Matsutomo and Takahashi are beaten by Fukushima and Hirota in the bottom half of the draw. It was the All England champions that went down to this Chinese pair of Huang Yaqiong and Tang Jinhua. So the players wait in the wings to be announced onto court.
Yuki Fukushima and Sayaka Hirota. Yuki Fukushima, Sayaka Hirota, world ranked number 18, German
What a moment for these two. Yuki Fukushima and Sayaka Hirota. A first ever Super Series tournament final, and it's at a premiere. Never previously beyond a quarter-final of a premier event.
Dear opponents, from China, Huang Yaqiong and Tang Jinhua.
Huang Yaqiong, who has experienced disappointment in the first final of the day, the mixed doubles, now back on court for the women's doubles final, playing with Tang Jinhua, who is a former champion here of the Malaysia Open. 3 years ago, she won the women's doubles title with Bao Sin, and they beat a Japanese pair in the final, Matsutomo and Takahashi. Well, it is a chance for history to be made because no players from Japan have ever won a title here at the Malaysia Open. They've had finalists before.
Black, orange.
Kenichi Tago reached the men's singles final in 2012. And Matsutomo and Takahashi have twice reached the women's doubles final, 2013 and 2014. But a chance for Fukushima and Hirota to make history. And it's interesting that this is only the 4th time in Super Series history, and we're in the 11th year. This is the 132nd Super Series tournament, only the 4th time in 132 that we've had a women's doubles final where both pairs have been unseeded. Last unseeded final was not that long ago, 2014 India, when Tang Yuan-ting and Yu Yang played their first tournament together and they won the title.
A little unfair they weren't seeded.
Yes, absolutely.
But it shows also what a stronghold the strong nations and the strong pairs have had on women's doubles. So refreshing that we see unseeded pairs making their way to the final.
Yeah, I concur with that. Yuki Fukushima will turn 24 next month from Kumamoto. And she and her partner are up 1 place in the world ranking this week to 18, but for 1 week from the 10th of November last year, they were up as high as 14. Sayaka Hirota, 22 years of age. Kumamoto on the island of Kyushu, the most southern of the 4 main islands. And they have been in very, very impressive form. Their last 3 matches against 3-seeded pairs. In fact, in the second round, it was revenge for their semi-final loss last week against Fukuman and Yonao. Then in the quarter-final, the number 4 seeds, Chen Qingcheng and Jia Yifan. And in the semi-final, the Olympic gold medalists, Mizuki Matsutomo and Ayaka Takahashi. But all their matches in 2 straight games when you played against 3-seeded pairs is very impressive indeed. So Huang Yaqiong, as we saw earlier, 23 years of age, born in Kyushu in the southwest of Xinjiang province in East China.
Ready to play.
Her partner, 25 years of age. Former champion here. She has won actually 12 Super Series women's doubles titles with 4 different partners. One of those titles with her partner of today. That was the French Open of 2015. So as far as the Chinese pair are concerned, will once taken the full distance, and that was in the semi-final. But look at their second round match against the 2015 winners, the identical twin sisters, Liu Ying and Liu Yu. And then in the quarter-final, Tang Jinhua's former partner with whom she won the title, Bao Yixin. Here, she had to qualify Bao Yixin with her new partner, Yu Xiao Han. But that semi-final against the All England champions, Zhang Yana and Li Sohee, 3 thrilling games, 1 hour and 23 minutes. So this will be the 3rd meeting between these 2 pairs. But the last time they met was in the quarter-final in Delhi last week, and that was 1 hour and 18 minutes for the Japanese pair to come through that. David Huang from Malaysia, our umpire.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Tang Jinhua and Huang Yaqiong, China. And on my left, Sayaka, Hirota and Yuki, Fukushima, Japan. Yuki Fukushima to serve to Tang Jinhua. Love all, play.
So the Japanese pair, Yuki Fukushima and Sayaka Hirota, getting this women's doubles final underway. There's no question that the Chinese players as individuals vastly more experienced than the Japanese players. And one wonders about the nerves rattling.
Service fault
Oh,
called.
service fault called.
Service over.
Oh, Wang Yaqiong. When you're in your first ever Super Series tournament final and you've got a chance to make history. First players from your country.
And you've beaten your opponents the week before, even though it's in 3 games. So it sort of adds to the psychological pressure. But you should, of course, look at it this way, that you know that you can beat your opponents and therefore have a great chance, much better than facing opponents that you've never beaten before and you feel that it's really, really difficult to beat. But sometimes people forget to make that last thought process.
Of course, we had first-time winners of the Super Series title last week, and it happened to be another Japanese pair, Tanaka and Yonimoto. And they, in winning in India, already became the 3rd ever Japanese women's doubles pair to win a Super Series title. That's magnificent, isn't it? Lovely defence. We were seeing her defence yesterday, Tang Jinhua. Very creative on the defensive play. And of course, the other 2 Japanese pairs who have won Super Series titles, Matsutomo and Takahashi. They've won 7. And Mayuki Maeda and Satoko Suetsuna won 3.
Service over. 3.
I know Steve knew German Grand Prix gold where Fukushima and Hirota won the title. And I remember you telling me in Birmingham at the All England Championships a week later how impressed you'd been with them.
Yeah, really solid. And I was not really alert to this pair ahead of the tournament. I knew about Fukuman and Yonao and Takahashi and Matsutomo, but I wasn't that alert to this pair here, but they were just rock solid throughout the tournament.
4-3.
I suppose one of the other concerns is whether this lady, Huang Yaqiong, has been able to pick herself up psychologically after the disappointment of the mixed doubles.
Yeah, that's definitely a factor. I think she have been, though. Great shot there.
Well, that's perhaps answered my concerns.
4.
Well played. And that's one of the things that we've seen also during the European tournaments. Rock solid play, not afraid to work hard in the offense. And of course, as we know, with all Japanese women's doubles, great defense. But there's also the chance that might have been the Chinese pair who's learned more from watching video of last week's match.
6-5. Service over. 6-all. Play. Seven, 6.
Looking at the previous champions here in Malaysia, the last 4 Malaysian Opens, we've had 4 different Chinese pairs win the title. And since the inception of the Super Series, we've had 8 different Chinese pairs win the women's doubles title here.
So only once.
Twice.
Twice.
2009 Korean pair and 2012 Danish pair.
Yeah, that's right.
Service over.
She managed to put that wide, Huang Yaqiong.
Partner's not too happy either.
It's going wide, but she's not taking the chance.
No.
Hirota. So it gives a little bit more court credit and just killing it on your opponents.
Thank you. Huang. Tang.
Lee getting very animated.
All.
Oh, that's lovely skill.
9-8.
Oh, goodness.
What a strange...
What a strange defensive shot. That was sort of a forehand from her backhand side. Look at this from Hirota. It's amazing, isn't it? Look at it. Inside out, forehand defense. Well, on a run of 5 straight points, they go to the mid-game interval with the advantage, a 3-point advantage.
Players on court, please. (11-8). Sayaka.
So, 11-8 for Fukushima and Hirota. Couldn't really wish for a much better start, Japanese pair. This one's gone long though.
9-11. Service over.
Very alert there.
12-9.
Fukushima. It's a little too soft, just a little too much height on the shot from Huang Yaqiong.
Service over.
Japanese pair playing
10,
with the drift here in Sarawak Stadium. Makes it a little bit difficult to control the lifts and pushes and eventual clears. Yeah, it's gone wide.
11-12.
Great idea though, but Huang Yaqiong had it covered. think should have stayed in on court. So 5 points to the Chinese pair here after the interval. It's 12 all. It's gone long.
Service over. 13-12. Service over. 13 all.
A little shake of the head. Yeah, can't afford errors like that. Oh, no, maybe she just lost sight of it in the lights. Good rally.
Best rally of the game so far.
Yeah. Longest too, I would think.
Yeah, definitely.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. That's an incredible rally.
Ooh.
Oh, it's gone long. The smash too flat and just long of the back line. Well, without doubt, the longest rally, 90 shots, longest rally of the day so
Exactly.
far. Yeah, there was nothing negative about that rally, was there, Steen? There was lots of attacking play and vying for the attack.
Yeah. Always interesting to see who continues the better after such a long rally. From what I've noticed, the Japanese pair, they've
14-13.
they've scored some of the points. Of course, the Chinese pair has as well, but they mostly scored on Japanese errors, and I don't know whether that's comforting for the Japanese or worrying, but I think they should realize that they have actually the possibility of playing a little bit more patient.
14 all.
Now, we were talking about the Tang Jinhua serve, low serve, yesterday, weren't we? And saying it was a little loose. That one certainly was.
Fifteen, 14.
Wow.
What a defensive shot. Again, it looked a funny action posting.
Yeah, but that was a good action. She was changing the grip really quickly. That was a counter attack. Using the speed of Huang Yaqiong's smash against her.
It's another terrific rally, isn't it? My goodness, confusion.
Service over. 15-16. Sayaka.
Not even half the length of the longest rally.
No. It's significant, in my opinion, for the Chinese because they sort of mixed it up well here with some soft shots. I think they would benefit from changing a little bit between fast-paced game and more soft-paced. Played. Good follow-up by both Huang and Tang. Great placement by Hirota. Did she cut it a little bit? Yeah, I think she did. And we saw that more or less habit return from Tang Jinhua when she's targeted around her right hip. Very often puts it cross short.
Oh no, that's wild, that one.
18-16.
Good shot.
Yeah.
Good shot.
17-19.
I like that cross smash. Seems like Japanese player have been rock solid against straight and smashes to the middle. There it was again, the service you mentioned, Jill.
Yeah, she's really struggling. And it's costly. Because now it is 3 game points for Fukushima and Hirota. opening game to Yuki Fukushima and Sayaka Hirota. And one game away from a maiden Super Series title in their first ever Super Series tournament final. They played well. 17 in 22 minutes. So at the start of the day, we were talking about perhaps a doubles double for Huang Yaqiong. At the moment, it's looking like double disappointment.
Good rally. One of the keys could be to get...
Oh, service fault called again.
Wow.
Second time on Huang Yaqiong. I don't think she got called at all in the mixed doubles, did she?
I'd say that one of the keys for the Chinese pair could be to get Huang Yaqiong more involved on the front court. On the back court, I mean, that's fine, but it's on the front court that she has the best skills. It's good placement. That smash in between the two Chinese players.
Well, since the inception of the Super Series, we've never had winners of the women's doubles title here at the Malaysian Open who have not been seeded, but we're guaranteed it today.
Service over. 3-all.
This is where I feel that there's mistakes creeping in from the Japanese side. The soft shots.
Play. 3.
Oh, that was delightful. What a great drop shot from Hirota. Oh, yeah. Bounced off the top of the tape, didn't it? Look at that, that's perfect.
That's a good call. They should know that they're playing up against the drift, so once in a while you need to let one drop on the baseline. Even if it's in, I still think it's a good investment.
Yeah, it's a nice interception.
6, 5. Service over. 6 all.
Oh my goodness.
That's a good call.
Yeah, that's good early judgment. Well, they both completely left it for the other. Oh, in fact, they were both going forward and it actually landed out. My goodness, they're going to have to sort out that. Who was supposed to go for that? The one on the cross, I suppose.
Service over. 7 all. Okay.
From what I've seen, I think Sayaka Hirota is a little bit more nervous than her partner. At least I think there's more mistakes coming off her racket in the mid-court area. Let's see if the Chinese pair can exploit that. That's well played.
Oh, her knee strapping's come loose.
Oh,
As she dived, her knee strapping came loose. It was a good dive too. Up again quickly, look. Secure strapping just flapping about.
Thank you. Players on court. Tang. Quick. 8, 7. Play.
Oh my goodness, what defence initially from Fukushima. Look how far back she was in her defensive stance.
And they do get an awful lot back in the defense, the Japanese pair, so eventually they might benefit from some psychological points where their opponents overdo it a little bit because they know they have to be really, really good shots in order to score against the Japanese pair.
Lots of turning of the defence. I like that, Steen.
Sorry?
The turning of the defence. There's lots of it within this match.
There is.
And I like it. They're trying to be creative even when they're having to defend.
Wait, that was a tennis slice almost from Fukushima.
Well, there's a 3-point difference at the mid-game interval, as indeed there was in the opening game. But in contrast to the opening game, the advantage is with the Chinese combination.
Sayaka, Yuki, on court, please. Sayaka, come in. Come in.
Now, what's the umpire saying here? Well, that seemed a little bizarre because the only reason they didn't return to court at exactly the same moment as the Chinese pair was because they were being called to speak to the umpire.
11-8. Play.
Good defense.
9-11.
I can understand Tang Jinhua looking a little back, as to say, are you getting yourself out of the trouble or what? Was I supposed to go back and take that one?
10-11.
Yeah. Both the Chinese players looking a little bit bewildered, I can tell you.
Yeah, and Pan Li was, the coach was talking a lot whilst the shuttle was being changed here.
Service over. 12-10.
And they're not as content to lift the Chinese as they were in the first game. They're playing, in my opinion, a much more clever style here, not lifting, not giving the Japanese pair time to hit their powerful smashes, playing as flat as they possibly can,
13,
wanting to have the initiative themselves. Of course, if you have to lift and lift flat, it's often more easy to defend than if the opponent has more time and they can really swing the arm and get the body into the smash as well.
Service over. 11-13. Play.
Oh, that was going wide, wasn't it? Oh, good reactions. Oh, brilliant defense.
We saw Hirota do that shot in the first game. Now it's Tang Jinhua. A backhand shot from the forehand side. Oh, she read that Huang Yaqiong. Hey.
Oh, total confusion again.
12-15.
Yeah. No, she started to go Wang Yaqiong and then stopped.
Yeah, and it went one step more back and didn't do anything. Well played.
Service over. 16-12.
Yeah, good work going forward from Yuki Fukushima.
16.
I think they've got to be careful now, Huang and Tang. They had a reasonably good lead,
14-16.
slipping away. Oh, that's worth a challenge, but that's too
Yeah.
late now.
Yeah.
17-14.
I wonder how often they've actually played on a court where there has been the challenge system.
Sorry?
I wonder how often they've played on a court with a challenge
Yeah,
system,
that's
the
probably
Japanese pair.
Not a whole lot of times. I don't think so.
Not in India.
No.
And apart from that, they've really only been in the latter stages of Grand Prix Gold events where there isn't Hawkeye.
15-17.
Yeah, we haven't seen one challenge here in this match, have we?
No, we haven't.
Great service return by Tang Jinhua.
18-15. Huang.
That's nice.
Service over.
From Hirota.
16-18.
That is a delightful drop shot. Yuki
17-18.
Fukushima. Playing the drop shot to perfection. Yes, alert at the net. Hirota.
18-all.
In the back level.
I actually think the Chinese pair could take some chances on Hirota's serve. It's not been the best of serves either.
Service over. 19-18.
Very animated Pan Li. The Chinese coach.
And game point opportunities. Will be even more animated if they convert one of these two.
18.
And indeed, they convert the first. It's one game all with Tang Jinhua and Huang Yaqiong coming back after dropping the first to take the second. 21-18. Four and 6 minutes into the match. A little disappointing in a way after the Japanese pair had just won 6 of 8 points from 12-16 to 18-all. Not on a roll. But we're going to be treated to a deciding game.
seconds. 20 seconds. Players on court, please.
Well, we suspected after that thriller last week between these
Players
two
on court.
pairs in the quarterfinal in Delhi, the India Super Series, we might get 3 games here today. The opening game in Delhi,
Final
30-29. That's a rarity,
Love.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Play.
Wouldn't it be good if we had a 30-29 in the final game here?
That would be a thriller.
That would.
Four.
Oh, good coverage by Fukushima.
Service over.
I think there's 2 keys to this third game here. I think the Chinese pair, they've got
Love.
they got the right game plan. The question is, can the Japanese pair overcover the front court, mid-court area and earn their own attacking possibilities? And can Sayaka Hirota cut down on mistakes? I think that's going to be decisive for the match. Played. Oh. Long.
Play.
Good read.
Good rally. Oh yes, that's super. Patient, positive play from the Japanese combination.
Play.
Oh, it's landed in.
4 love. Cutter.
Well, by the gestures from Coach Pan Lee, she's urging her players to drive more defensive shots.
4
Yeah.
love.
And that worked so well for them in the second game.
Service over.
Maybe.
1-4.
Service error from Hirota. First service error of the match. We had 2 service faults called on Huang Yaqiong. The difference being a service fault is when it's illegal. Service error is when you just make a mistake.
Service over. 5-1.
Good placement again. The smash from Hirota here. But, forehand side or right hip of Tang Jinhua. That's full of possibilities.
Service over. 2-5.
That's well reached. It was ambitious when you're taking it so low from Tang Jinhua to play cross court like that. Oh, that's lovely.
Service over. 3-6.
Yeah, she got caught a little in no man's land, didn't she? Not really back in the defensive stance. Not at the moment.
Play. Five, 6.
Too much time to give Hirota. She's got quite a powerful smash when she has time. Good placement again.
Yeah, good spot by Tang Jinhua herself. She was in the wrong formation. She's the receiver, not her partner.
And the Japanese coach is moving his feet, sitting on the chair, moving his feet really fast as to signal to his players that they got to be alert, got to be ready to move. But respectable start to the third game here by Hirota and Fukushima. It's a good rally. Oh!
It was a nice idea, wasn't it? Just overdone it.
Play. Tang.
sharp. Good play from Hirota.
Very alert at the net, and we've often discussed this ability to play in both functions, both as a front court player and as a back court player. Very, very important in women's doubles.
Oh, it's going wide.
Service over. 7-10.
There's so many great in-between shots, so to speak, in the rallies, and by in-between shots I mean shots that are not a clear offensive shot or a clear defensive shot, but it's meant to secure that you don't play yourself into trouble. And of course the opponents, they will try to see if they can get in a position as good as so that they can play a little bit better shot, and that was what we saw here, that she just overdid it a little bit, Fukushima, in the previous rally. There it is again.
Service over. 11-7 interval. Change ends.
So the umpire instructs the players to change ends. 11-7 the lead to Fukushima and Hirota. Exactly 1 hour this match has been in progress.
20 seconds. 20 seconds.
Fukushima. Coach in the black t-shirt there. In fact, his assistant has already left the court.
On court, please. Yuki, Sayaka. (11-7). Tang. Play.
Oh, that's a super return.
Service over. 8-11.
That's a super serve. Oh, my Lord.
One thing is that we see Huang Yaqiong serve really well here. Do you think there's a tendency that the women's doubles players that also play mixed doubles are better servers because they have to serve to a male receiver in the mixed?
Yes, I think that's a very good point.
We know Christina Pedersen is also a really, really good server.
Yeah, but the flip side of that coin is that I think players who are struggling with their serve in the mixed doubles discipline should play women's doubles so they get the confidence of serving low.
We've actually seen Gabby Adcock play with Jess Pugh in these two tournaments here.
I think it's a very good idea. Very good idea. Yes, good work coming forward from Yaqiong.
Oh,
yes.
Was that kind of return again?
Oh, I do hope she's all right.
Yeah.
A little bit slow to get up there.
I think Huang Yaqiong was concerned as well.
That was a nasty tumble. But that's what I was talking about earlier, Steen. Both pairs have this ability to turn defence, and it really is delightful. I think she's hurt herself. Tournament referee coming on. Or is it the deputy referee? It is the deputy referee.
Yeah, you can't really see from the umpire's chair what's happening.
Yeah, some cold spray going on the knee. No, she spent so long last year out injured. I do hope it's not a recurrence of the problems she's had before. Withdrew from 7 tournaments at the end of last year. Tang Jinhua. And she's such a good women's doubles player. Versatile, along with so many different partners. And she's creative. I'd hate to see her injured again.
Hopefully it's just a hit.
Yeah.
Can hurt really, really bad if you go down directly on the knee.
You select. 13-11. Play.
Service fault is called on Fukushima. Struck above the waist, says the service judge. Marginal?
Yeah, the problem for Fukushima is that she raises her left arm, and that's clearly a marker that the service judges are watching. Powerful smashes. Oh, that's great.
What a way to make amends after you've just been faulted on your serve. That's a great take off the top of the tape from Fukushima.
Thank you. 14-12.
It's a great final we have here. It's a pity that the sort of intensity is a little off the audience here.
Oh, there's a turn defence again. It's gone wide. Do you think that's because, of course, the women's singles had such intensity,
Yes,
and
I
then
think it is.
the home fans, of course, were longing to see Lee Chong Wei, and whilst the home fans, Malaysian fans the world over, they have a great understanding of the sport of badminton, but they maybe don't know which pair to support and really get behind.
That's one of the things I thought of as well, and thinking back to All England, where there's a presenter introducing the players and so on. So that's really good in my opinion.
Oh, it's a Really good net shot from Hirota.
And now they're coming. They're coming too really close to the goal line. The Japanese girls.
16-12.
Well played.
Oh, well up too. Oh, pity from the Chinese perspective, having done so well to keep in the rally. Well, they were under pressure because of the wonderful play. Look at that drop shot.
And outside the picture, a very animated Japanese coach. He was up from his chair and signaling to his players, and he also feels there's a good chance of winning this Premier title.
He's gone long, and they're just 3 points away from securing their first Super Series title.
And was that ever since Tang Jinhua hit her knee?
Yes, I think it is.
It was this beautiful rally with to 14-12. Oh, that was going wide, I think.
Yeah, I agree. Well, that one's gone long. There's a challenge here. It's the first challenge of the match. And the challenge from the Chinese pair.
Challenges.
Oh, you might as well. Yeah, the line judge was right. So 2 points away from the title. Fukushima and Hirota.
19-12.
You can't help thinking about the Olympic effect that the Matsutomo and Takahashi, they won the Olympics, and so the other Japanese pairs say to themselves, hey, if they can do it, we can also win tournaments.
Absolutely. Great point.
Even if it means we have to beat Takahashi and Matsutomo in the semi-final, or was it quarterfinal?
Semi-final. It's match point opportunities to become only the 4th women's doubles pair in Super Series history to win a Super Series title, and the first ever Japanese players to win a title here in Malaysia. In any discipline, that is. It's gone long, and they have done it. They have created history. Yuki Fukushima and Sayaka Hirota. Emotionally overcome. Fukushima. They both run back to be congratulated and thank their coaches. Well, my goodness me. A maiden Super Series title, and it's happened at a Premier. And for a second consecutive Super Series tournament, we've had Japanese winners winning a maiden title.
21-17, 18-21, 21-12.
21-12 in the deciding game. A match lasting an hour and 12 minutes. A moment of victory. So a third different pair winning the 3rd Super Series of the year. That's how they did it. 21-17, 18-21, 21-12. And Yuki Fukushima and Sayaka Hirota become the first players from Japan ever to win a title here at the Malaysian Open. Well, the last couple of weeks, Steen, we've had new Japanese pairs shake up world badminton.
We definitely have.
Tanaka and Yonimoto in Delhi taking the title. This week, another Japanese pair, Fukushima and Hirota.
Ladies and gentlemen, the women's doubles victory ceremony.
Well, it was only a second Super Series tournament final together for the Chinese combination. But having lost to their opponents, oh, she's stretching out of that. That tumble, I think, did take its physical toll. Tang, Jinhua.
With pleasure, we now invite Yang Muhammad, Datuk Haji Abdul Karim Rahman Hamzah, Assistant Minister for Youth and Sports Sarawak, and Yang Hormat, Datuk Seri Muhammad Norzal Zakaria, Deputy President of Badminton Association of Malaysia, to give away the prizes to the winners.
Women's doubles Celcom Axiata Malaysia Open 2017 pada MetLife BWF World Superseries Premier. Runners-up from China, Huang Yaqiong and Tang Jinhua. Runners-up will receive trophy.
So the beaten finalists for Huang Yaqiong, double disappointment today, having lost in the final of the mixed doubles with Lu Kai. The first time she's ever contested two finals at a Super Series event.
Pada MetLife BWF World Superseries Premier champions from Japan, Yuki, Fukushima and Sayaka, Hirota.
A maiden Super Series title for Yuki Fukushima and Sayaka Hirota. It's a fifth title in total, but a first ever Super Series. What a moment for them, and I think Steen Peterson made a great observation about the knock-on effect from the Olympic champions Matsutomo and Takahashi. Now there's many Japanese pairs. It was an all-Japanese final last week in Delhi at the India Super Series. This week, yet another pair from Japan lifting the title.
Thank you, Yang Berhormat Datuk Haji Abdul Karim Rahman Hamzah and Yang Hormat Datuk Seri Muhammad Norzal Zakaria for giving away the prizes and souvenirs to the winners.
So a maiden Super Series title going to Fukushima and Hirota. Second consecutive Super Series tournament where the women's doubles has gone to first-time winners. We've got just one more final left, and it's possible that a men's doubles pair playing in their first ever tournament together could win a Super Series final, because Fu Haifeng and Cheng Shiwei are up against Gideon and Sukamolio. Gideon and Sukamolio themselves are trying to make history. No previous men's doubles pair has ever won the first 3 Super Series tournaments of the year. They are trying to do that because they won the first 2, the All England and India, last week. Well, as far as the men's doubles draw was concerned, only 5 different nations at quarterfinal stage, 3 Chinese pairs, 2 pairs from Thailand. That was nice to see. 3 seeds in semi-finals representing 3 different nations in the top half of the draw. It was an all-Chinese affair with the 2-time beaten finalists, Chai Biao and Hong Wei. They were in the final back in 2014 and again last year, but they were beaten by this brand new pairing. So it set up a final with the pair very much in form at the moment. Gideon and Sukamolio going for a 3rd consecutive Super Series title.
China, Fu Haifeng and Zheng Xiwei.
Well, only 2 pairs in the history of the Super Series have ever won a men's doubles Super Series title in their first ever tournament together. This pair, Fu Haifeng and Zhang Qiwei, are trying to become the 3rd pair to do so.